everybody, Eddie Anime here. Today we've got Ceremony, the fourth fourth? Am I right? I might be lying. I might actually be spreading misinformation. Mini album of QWER. Yes, fourth mini album. I was correct. As you know, this morning I reacted to. Well, you might not know. You might be watching this a year from now. This morning I reacted to the Ceremony music video. So if you're wondering, Eddie, where's Ceremony? Go check out the channel and it will be on there. But today we're reacting to the other 4 tracks. I am so hyped. QWER is one of my favorite groups. And yeah, let's get into it. Oh, I'm not wearing headphones, so I'm gonna mute myself until I yap. So it's a little different than normal, but the game's the game. See, you didn't say what I just said because I was muted. Now I'm gonna go back to muted, and then when I talk, hopefully I'll remember not to stay muted. Let's get it. So far, fun and lively sound. I must also mention, looking at the cover art here, we got them all dressed up in black. You know, not sure what that signifies, but it's cool. You know, words to sound smarter than I am. Ba-bam. Super catchy so far. If you're wondering why we don't have lyrics, I just couldn't find any. So the game's the game sort of thing. I'll read them once they are available for my own curiosity. But for now, we're going purely off vibes, which they got. Yeah, this whole thing, while I'm assuming has some sort of undertone that's a bit more serious, it still has its playfulness. You can hear it in the piano there. I'm really enjoying that. Let's keep going. That little scratch there was nice. This one is called Bad Habit, which I'm reminding myself because it can make sense why this is like a fun yet a little evil kind of track. Maybe not evil, that's a crazy word, but kind of like sneaky, or maybe they're like saying some stuff like a little. I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but you know, like little. I don't know, but it is fun. It is fun. I guess playful is still the right word. Yeah, a super fun one to start it off, like I mentioned. That was awesome. Next, we got Bonnie Bonnie, which I might actually search up what that means in Korean for the sake of just knowing. Also, I really liked the vocal. There was like one long vocal in there before like a beat break before the hook again, and that was really nice. Like, that was really, really neat. But let me search up what Bonnie means in Korean. Half. So half, half? Bonbon for food. So maybe? But I'm also seeing other definitions here. So maybe if I search up Bonnie Bonnie? Bunny Bunny. Often used as a cute or affectionate term. Am I being lied to? Because I'm also seeing below in word hippo. It means fight, fighting, quarrel, war, and strife. You know what? I'm looking at Genius for QWER. Oh, they have the lyrics on Genius. Let me go look at the lyrics for the last fucking track then. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, so why do they have the lyrics for this one, but they don't have the really... Well, the beggars can't be choosers, but for Bad Habit it says unreleased, which the track is out, but they just don't have the lyrics. But at least we have the lyrics for this one, so that's nice. I'll be reading them as we go along. And I'm not muted. Let's get it. Already loving the vocal mixing on this one. It is a bit more sugary. Obviously a love song reading the first couple lyrics, or at least love related. Very, very looking forward to this one. This seems right up my alley in terms of jams. Yeah, this is just a super sweet sound overall. I'm loving those little sounds they're sneaking in. Just a really clean beat. I'm loving this one. Sorry this is different than normal for my videos. I'm trying to get used to it the day before because tomorrow I'm getting my hair straightened permanently, which means I will not be able to have headphones or earbuds in to fuck up my straightening. It'll be like this, but permanent, and this will be better. So I'm kind of getting ready before, like practicing. And this is my practice trial because for the next 3 days after that, 72 hours, I will not be able to wear headphones. So it means all my reactions are going to fucking suck like this. So I'm sorry. Deal with it so we look good. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. As I mentioned, sugary, probably a good way to describe it. I'm also tired as fuck, if you can't notice. That's not helping you. But as I said in this morning's fucking 6 a.m. ceremony reaction, nothing wakes me up like QWER when they're hype. When they're lovey-dovey, in the nicest way possible, it's so comforting it makes me want to low-key sleep. But that's in a good way. If I say that in any other context, it's not a good thing. But I have a playlist of sleep music, and it's like my holy grail of like, but in a good way. So like sometimes you could say something will put you to sleep, but it's in a good way. Just remember that, because this is nice and you know, just chill. Wacky fucking bass time! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Also, that whisper vocal right there. Ooh, let me hear that again. those video gamey sounds once again. But I think I like that this just doesn't have like a traditional drop. It's just a really smooth song the whole way through. A very consistent vibe. Nothing too switched up. Which I do normally like in Korean songs, but this isn't like I don't have to stay on my toes. It's just I know what I'm getting, and it's a fun fucking time. I love that. I kept talking and then realized I was muted. Whatever. I almost ended the video instead of unmuting myself. That one was so sweet. I think this is going to be an album where I like Ceremony. It's really good, but there are other main tracks, I guess. And this is something that I do kind of hate about music in general, because not only in idol groups, whether it's whichever country, but in just releases in general, you even see this in like any album ever. There's always a title track or a promotional track, the one that gets the music video, or the one that's just pushed harder because it's more mainstream or commercial. And then, you know, that's the one that's supposed to like set the bar or be the most hype or whatever, depending on your genre. But then it gets these weird expectations. Like, you see people be like, oh, the title track's not as good as this, blah, 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 blah. And sometimes I'm scared it might make people judge a whole thing based off of one track, when the rest of the tracks are, even though they're not promoted nearly as much, they are still as valuable, if not more. Maybe it's kind of weird with industry-ish type of things like K-pop. I know they're not a K-pop group, they're a band, but like with idol groups it's a bit different because it's a lot more industry-based. But let's say a serious, well, not to say K-pop's not serious, you know what I mean, but like a self-independent artist that's a singer-songwriter, you know, fucking shoegaze, I don't know, folk singer or something, and they got their title banger. Their other songs, I'm gonna guess, are still written from the heart, are still just as fucking important, but people might not even listen to those if they don't like the title track. And I get it, that's how people are, but I am scared for this one. Like, I like Ceremony, but I'm hoping people don't go like, oh, it doesn't hit as hard as the other ones, because admittedly, right off the bat, I really enjoy it. I don't think it's gonna be one of my favorite QWER tracks of all time, but these B tracks, and I hate even using that term, but that is what they literally are called, are really strong, so I'm hoping people check out the album. Like I said, this is my whole point. I think these tracks should be just as worthy in general, but that's not how it works. I understand that in terms of the terming, because it's just literally a term. It's my fault for putting something on that term, but I think that's just what everyone does, because they're not like the super hype tracks, especially in K-pop and those types of fields. They're not normally like the hype ones. They're normally the softer ones and whatnot. But for someone like me who loves soft shit, that's considered just as main thing as a fucking hard metal song. So I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. We got Our Voyage next. I hate to be this guy, but everyone fucking describes it as this anyways. I'm sure QWER fan base does too. But this gives those anime vibes, those anime ending chill vibes, but like it still low-key slaps. But that's a compliment. That's how I'm feeling so far. I'm imagining my character, you know, prepping for the battle, but it's not quite the opening, so it's not showing the battle. But it's like, maybe it's showing some setbacks right here, and then he's going to stand back up, and it's going to show him running or something. Has nothing to do with the video. If you keep looking at me looking at my bangs, it's because I'm pissed that my middle part's still there. Like I said, I'm getting my straightening perm tomorrow, so it'll fix that. But like, I know it's there. When I try to style the bangs, it's not nearly as good as when the stylist does it. Just saying. Adding a little bit of kick in the second verse, and I like that little, you know, take everything off the pedal real quick, let the piano go for half a second. That was kind of cool. So hyped for this portion. I'm liking this as a transitional to the end. Also, I must mention the production on this one specifically is really, really strong. Like I said, kind of alluded to with the piano thing, they were making really well use of their instruments in this one. No soft string plucks. I don't know, plucks or strokes or whatever the fuck you call it. I don't know. A good chanting session and some claps. I like when they intermix the electric guitar in the end there. Those some really strong, like, I don't know. You can tell I have the most polished vocabulary for musical things. Last but not least, we've got Pioneer. What a title. I'm expecting a strong lead out. Either some chanting again, or maybe they'll throw me a curveball. Let's see. I think I'm going to be a very happy man. I hear some hard-ass bass already. Stank face. This shit is hype as fuck. That's all I had to say. I didn't want to pause it. Okay, first off, very nice, intentional, fast pace, but that transition into that boom for the upcoming verse, oh my god, that's clean. Also, vocal performance is strong. Yeah, them using a rock trap kind of instrumentation philosophy right here in this section, I know is about to be fucking peak. I don't mind what they transitioned into there with that didn't, but I was hoping we got like a couple more bars of that, because that was a good delivery. That was like some cool, like, I don't know, I like when rappers, specifically like female rappers, sound like that. That sounded really cool. Also, that slight distortion was fucking dope. Damn, that was cool, but I think, damn, I wish I got more of that rapping. That was so good. I love it. They're kind of letting loose at the end here. Let's fucking do it. Oh my gosh, y'all. That was hype. That might be my most, like, gonna nerd out at the production here, but so was the last one. I don't know. Every track here is extremely strong, including Ceremony. Like I mentioned, I think just public perception on that one might be a bit weaker than we'd hope, but the game is the game. That's how life is. W album. Told y'all I would react to it. I got like 2 comments, which isn't a lot, I know, but still, like, a pretty... I need to go back and check, because I thought I said I was going to react to the album, and then I got comments like, react to the album. Homie, I'm not home. Do you want me to react to this shit while I'm, like, at the fucking hair salon? Me and the stylist, like, listen to the tracks. I don't think that's how it works, but I did it. I was going to do it regardless. But here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little bit different than normal, so sorry about that, but that's how it be. Subscribe if you're new, and